Hello, good morning. My name is Teacher Annalyn and I am from Jesus the Heart of God Christian Academy. Today, we are going to start our enhancement training program and we will be talking about the 8 parts of speech. Alright, so why is it important to discuss the 8 parts of speech? It is very much important because for you to be able to construct a good sentence, you should be familiar with the 8 parts of speech. So, let us now start studying the 8 parts of speech. What are the 8 parts of speech? So, let's now start with the basic, and that is the noun. Next is the pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, conjunction, preposition, and the last one is the interjection. So we will be discussing the 8 parts of speech one by one. Now let's start with the basic one, and that is noun. What do you mean by noun? So let's have a review, and that is very easy. When we say noun, it is the name of a person, place, things, animals, or idea. So if it refers to a name of a person, place, things, animals, or event, that is a noun. Okay? So we have to always bear in mind that a noun serves as a subject in a sentence. Okay, so I have here some sentences, and let's identify the noun in the following sentences. Okay, so let's have the first one. The bakery has fresh baked goods. So where do you think is the noun in the sentence? Alright, so the word bakery, correct, is the noun in the sentence because it is the name of a place, correct. Now let's have the second sentence. Love is a beautiful thing. What do you think is the noun in the sentence? Alright, very good. Love is the noun in the sentence because it serves as the subject and it refers to an idea. Very good. Let's move on to the next sentence. The dog was lonely for me. What do you think is the noun in the sentence? Alright, good job. So the word dog is the noun in the sentence because it is the name of an animal. Now let's have the next one. Kylie is a pro golfer. What do you think is the noun in the sentence? Alright, so the word Kylie is the noun in the sentence because it refers to the name of a person. Good job. Now, let's move on to the next one. Okay, alright, I have here a sentence and I want you to identify the noun in the sentence, okay? Alright, so let me read the sentence. Caleb loves to play Nintendo DS. So what do you think are the nouns in the sentence? Let's have letter A, love, letter B, play, or letter C, Caleb and Nintendo DS. What do you think are the nouns in the sentence? Alright, so if your answer is letter C, great job. So the word Caleb and Nintendo are the nouns in these sentences. Caleb is the name of a person and Nintendo DS is the name of a thing. Good job. Now, when we talk about nouns, there are 2 types of nouns. The first one is what we call the common noun, and the next one is what we call the proper noun. So what are the difference between the 2? So let's figure it out. The first is the common noun, and when we say common noun, it refers to a name of not a specific person place, thing, or animal. Again, if it refers to a name of a person but it is not specific or not exact, that is common noun. And I want you to always take note, it is always written in a small letter. Okay, now what about the proper noun? So when we say proper noun, it is a noun that refers to a specific name of a person, place, or thing. Exact name of a person, place, thing, or animal. Okay? So, and always remember, a proper noun is written in a capital letter. Okay? So let's have an example. The word dog is a common noun. Why? Because it is not specific. Okay? But if you will specify what kind of breed are you talking about, like for example, is it bulldog or shih tzu? So that is a proper noun. Now, what about this one, New York City? So if you will talk about a city, so that is a common noun. But if you will specify the exact name of a person, a person or a place or a thing, like for example, this one, the word city, it's New York City. Okay, so that is a proper noun. Okay? Like for example, Cavite or Dasmariñas City, that is a proper noun. Okay? Alright, so let's have an example. Okay? I have here the following sentences, and I want you to identify the common nouns in the following sentences. Okay? Let's have the first sentence. We celebrated my birthday with a great big chocolate cake. So what do you think are the common nouns in the sentence? Alright, so the word birthday and cake. Good job. Now, what about the next one? I ran the race in town last week. So what do you think are the nouns in the sentence or the common nouns in the sentence? Alright, so the word race, town, and week. Alright, good job. Now what about the next one? I played basketball in gym class today. So what do you think are the nouns in the sentence? Alright, good job. So the word basketball and class. Alright, because basketball is not specific. You have to specify what kind of basketball game. Is it NBA or PBA? Alright, you have to be specific for it to become a proper noun. Alright, now I have here a sentence and I want you to identify, okay? I'll give you 5 seconds to identify the common noun in this sentence, alright? Let me read the sentence. Sean cut the grass. So, what do you think is the answer? Is it letter A, the word Sean, letter B, cut, or letter C, the word grass? Alright, I'll give you 5 seconds to answer. Alright, so good job. Your answer, grass, is correct because the word grass is a common noun because it is not specific. What kind of grass? If you are talking about Bermuda grass, that is proper noun, okay? Alright, let's move on to proper noun. I have here a sample of sentences and I want you to help me figure it out. The following proper nouns in the sentence, alright? Let's have the first one. West Middle School is a great place to learn. Alright? Always remember, it is always written in a capital letter and it refers to a specific or exact name of a person, place, thing, or animal. Okay? Alright. Alright, so for this one, the correct answer is the West Middle School. Alright, now let's have the next one. Shopping at the Grand Traverse Mall can be hectic during the holidays. What do you think is the correct answer? Alright, good job. The word Grand Traverse Mall is the specific name of mall. Alright, so that is the proper noun in the sentence. Good job. Now let's have the next one. I went to Horizon Cinemas to watch the movie Speed Racer. Alright, what do you think are the proper nouns in the sentence? Alright, good job. So the word Horizon Cinemas is the specific movie theater, and the Speed Racer, or the word Speed Racer, is the specific title of the movie. Very good. Now let's have the next one. Caleb and Kylie are the best kids in the world. What do you think are the proper nouns in the sentence? Alright, good job. The word Caleb and Kylie are the proper nouns in the sentence. Good job. Alright, so I have here a sentence and I want you to identify, okay? I'll give you 5 seconds to answer. Let me read the sentence for you. Alright, he walked across the Mackinac Bridge. Alright, so what do you think is the proper noun in the sentence? Is it letter A, the word he, letter B, Mackinac Bridge, or letter C, walked? Alright, very good. So your answer, Mackinac Bridge, is excellent. That is correct because it is a specific name of a place. Good job. Alright, so let's now move on to the next part of speech because I think it's a piece of cake for you. So let's now move on to pronoun. Alright, so what is a pronoun? When we say pronoun, these are words that takes the place of a noun. In other words, it replaces the position of a noun. I have here sample of pronouns. Alright, let me read some of the examples, okay? Like for example, the word I, me, my, you, your, he, she, it, us, we, they, them, his, her, and the rest. Okay? So these are the examples. When it replaces the position of the noun, that is a pronoun. Okay? Alright, so let's have an example. Alright, I have here a sentence and I want you to identify. So please help me identify the pronoun in the sentence. Alright, so always remember when we say pronoun, it replaces the position of the noun. Okay? Alright. I sing loudly in the shower. Again, let me read the sentence for you. I sing loudly in the shower. What do you think is the pronoun in the sentence? Is it letter A, the word sing, letter B, the word loudly, or letter C, the word I? I'll give you 5 seconds to answer. Alright? Okay, so if your answer is the word sing, it cannot be a pronoun because sing indicates action, so that is a verb. And if your answer is the word shower, it refers to the bathroom, so it's a thing. Alright, that is not a pronoun. What about going back to the sentence and figure it out? Alright, good job. So the word I replaces the position of a noun. Okay, so that is a pronoun. Good job. Because it can be replaced to a specific name of a person. So like for example, girl, boy, Bob, Mrs. Ryan, or teacher Anna. Okay? Is it clear? Alright. So now let's move on to the third part of speech, which is the adjective. What do you think is an adjective? All right, let's figure it out. When we say adjective, these are words that describes a noun or a pronoun. Very good. So it tells what kind, how many, or which one. Okay, so you have to always ask the sentence, okay? I have here some phrases, all right, and let's figure it out, the adjective, okay? All right, so here, the word or the words or the phrase, the green shirt, what do you think is the adjective here? So you have to ask, what kind of shirt? Okay, very good. So the answer is the word green. What kind of shirt? It's green. So the word green is the adjective. Very good. Now let's have the next one. Sour limes. All right, good job. So what kind of lime? It's sour. So the word sour is the adjective because it refers or describes what kind of lime are we talking about. Very good. All right, so let's have an activity. So I have here a sentence again, and I want you to identify the adjective, okay? So let me read the sentence, and this time you will answer and identify the adjective. I will give you 5 seconds, okay? All right. Erin has a blonde hair. Again, Erin has a blonde hair. All right. So what do you think is the adjective in the sentence? All right. Which word describes what kind of Erin or what kind of hair Erin have? All right. Is it letter A, blonde, letter B, Erin, or letter C, the word hair? All right. All right. You are so smart. Good job. So the correct answer is the word blonde because it describes Erin's hair. What kind of Erin's hair have? And that is the word blonde. Great word. All right, so you did a great job for today's lesson. So this is the first part of our enhancement training. We will continue the second part tomorrow. So I hope that you will tune in tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Again, this is Teacher Annalyn from Jesus the Heart of God, and I hope that you will enjoy the rest of the day. Have a great time. Goodbye.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Miss Rose G. Fernando, one of the teachers of Jesus the Heart of God Christian Academy. So I am your math teacher for today. So for today's lesson is all about integers. So what is integers? So I will give you some sets of numbers, and from that numbers, we will define integers. Okay. Okay, on the left side of set of numbers, we have 12, 5, 8, 7, 3, 2, 6, 1, 4, and 9. So those numbers are called whole numbers. While the other side, we have negative 12, negative 5, negative 8, negative 7, negative 3, negative 2, negative 6, negative 1, negative 4, negative 9, negative 11, and negative 15. So those numbers are called negative numbers. So by the way, class, negative numbers are the opposite of whole numbers. So 0 is included as whole numbers but not as a natural numbers. So natural numbers are those numbers who have value. Okay, so let's make this as 1. So let's combine these two sets of numbers into one set of numbers. So we have negative 12, 25, negative 5, 12, negative 8, negative 7, negative 3, negative 14, 17, 7, negative 18, negative 6, 1, negative 4, 9, negative 11, negative 15, and negative 20. So those numbers are called integers. Okay, so from these numbers, how are you going to define integers? So integers is the set of whole numbers and their opposites. That includes 0. Okay, very good. So let's proceed to our topic. So how many operations do we have in integers? So can you guess how many operations do we have in integers? Okay, so we have 4 operations in integers, just like the operations in the mathematics, the basic operations of mathematics. We have the addition, the subtraction, the multiplication, and the division. Okay, so by the way, class, in multiplying integers, bihira lang natin gamitin yung symbol ng multiplication. This one. Okay, so mostly in higher level or in higher year, junior high school, we use parentheses, dot, or asterisk. But we mostly use parentheses and dot. Okay, so in elementary level, we use this symbol as a multiplication. But in higher level, we use parentheses, dot, and asterisk. Ma'am, why? Because this symbol of multiplication look like the alphabet one, the X letter in the alphabet. So kapag kasi pinagsama natin yung dalawang yun, pinagsama natin sa iisang ng problem, mathematical problem, pwede kayong malito. Kasi ang X po ay ginagamit as variable in mathematics. At magkapareho kasi sila ng symbol na multiplication. So magkahawig sila. So bihira na lang natin gamitin yung symbol mismo na multiplication sa higher year ng math. Okay, so let's proceed. So in mathematics, we have 2 signs. Can you guess what are those? Okay, we have 2 signs. The first one is positive, and the second one is negative. So this is the symbol of positive numbers, and this is the symbol of negative numbers. So let's have an example of positive and negative numbers. Okay. As you can see, class, this is the positive number. So positive 10. Okay, we can read this as positive 10. While the other one is negative 10. Ma'am, bakit po kapag nagsusulat tayo ng numbers, bihira lang po natin nakikita yung sign ni positive. Pero si negative, laging kasama ng numbers. Okay, class. Kapag nagsusulat tayo ng numbers, hindi na po natin inilalagay yung positive sign. Ma'am, bakit po hindi na natin inilalagay yung positive sign? Kasi tinatawag na siya as an imaginary sign, class. Okay, so we have positive 10. We will write this as this, positive 10. Hindi nyo na siya kailangan kasama yung sign. Okay, para lang ma-identify natin yung 2 numbers, kaya nilalagay natin yung sign ni negative sa isang number. So let's have another example, or you can answer this activity for grade 4 and for grade 4 to grade 6 students, an incoming grade 4 to grade 6 students. So this is very easy, class. So change the number sentence to a number symbol. So can you get a piece of paper and a pen? Then try to write down this number sentence into a number symbol. First one, we have negative 26. Second one is negative 11. Next is positive 15. And last is positive 33. Again, we have negative 26, negative 11, positive 15, and positive 33. Okay, are you done? Okay, very good. So let's check your answer. Negative 26. How do we write negative 26? Okay. Who got the correct answer? Please check your paper if you got the correct answer. Okay, so we have negative 26. We will write the sign of negative sa tabi po ni 26. So next is we have negative 11. Okay, kasama na naman po yung sign ni negative. Hindi po natin tinatanggal yung sign ni negative sa number kasi negative siya. Okay, opposite of positive. Okay, so next is positive 15. How do you write positive 15? Okay, very good. How about positive 33? So we have positive 33. So, sobrang dali, di ba? Ma'am, sana ganyan na lang lahat ng math, di ba? Hindi na po kami nagsisolve. Pero syempre, hindi lang dito nagtatapos yun. Pinakita ko lang sa inyo kung paano mag-change or magsulat ng numbers sa negative or identify ang positive and negative numbers. Pero hindi po dyan nagtatapos ang ating lesson ngayon. Because I will show you or I will teach you how to add and subtract integers for today's lesson. Okay, so let's proceed, class. Okay, so first is adding integers. So when we say adding integers, we use the operation addition. And the symbol of addition or the operation symbol of addition is like this. Para siyang cross. Okay? Ginagawa na natin yan or ginagamit na natin yan from preschool tayo, di ba? Up to now. Hanggang sa college nyo class. Hindi mawawala ang 4 basic operations. So we have rules in adding integers. First is the sum of 2 positive integers is always positive. Again, the sum of 2 positive integers is always positive. Ma'am, ano pong ibig sabihin nun? So when we say sum, ito po yung nakukuha nating sagot sa isang mathematical problem na ang ating operation ay addition. So let's have an example. Okay, so we have 10 plus 8 equals 18. Ma'am, ang dali naman po niyan. Ganyan lang pala yan. So bakit may ano pa po tayo? Rule number 1 pa tayo. Pero let's check this class. The sum of 2 positive integers is always positive. Where is the 2 positive integers here? Okay, so we have positive 10 and we have positive 8. So this is the operation symbol of addition. So this is one of the positive integers and this is one of the positive integers. And take a look at this class. The sum. When we say the sum, it is the total number or the answer from the mathematical problem. The sum of 2 positive integers is always positive. So the answer that we got here is positive 18. So 10 plus 8, we have 80. Okay, nakuha po ba? Okay, very good. So let's proceed to the another rule, number. Okay, rule number 2. We have the sum of 2 negative integers is always negative. Again, the sum of 2 negative integers is always negative. So let's have an example for this. Para mas madali niyo siyang maintindihan. Okay, 2 negative integers. Where is the 2 negative integers? So we have negative 10 and we have negative 8. Sila po yung dalawang negative integers natin. So negative 10 and negative 8. Ma'am, bakit po may parenthesis dyan? Di ba sabi niyo po, ginagamit po ang parenthesis for multiplying or for multiplication symbol. Ma'am, bakit po may parenthesis dyan? Okay, class. For you to know po, hindi po pwede magkasama or magkatabi ang dalawang operation symbol. Hindi po natin pwedeng pagtabihin si positive or the addition symbol at saka si negative sign. Ma'am, bakit po? Kasi magiging mathematical error po yan. Hindi po niya yan i-compute. Hindi po natin yan pwedeng i-compute or makuha yung tamang sagot kapag kapag magkatabi si positive at saka si negative. Okay, very good, class. Okay, tingnan natin to. The sum of two negative integers, negative 10, negative 8, is always negative. Okay, is always negative. So, ganito class, para mas maintindihan nyo mabuti, sa rule number 1 natin, magkapareho yung sign natin, which is positive and positive. Sa rule number 2 natin, magkapareho rin yung sign natin, which is negative and negative. Ang lagi niyo pong tatandaan, kapag sa ating integers, kapag magkapareho ang sign, lagi niyong pinagpa-plus yung dalawang number and then copy the sign. Okay, so 10 plus 8, we have 18. So what is the sign of 10 and 8? We have negative. So negative 10 plus negative 8, we have negative 8. Okay, ulitin ko class. Baka malito kayo kasi mostly kahit nasa high school na yung iba, okay, yung mga high school students, medyo nalilito pa rin sila sa integers. Okay, so kapag po ang operation natin ay addition at magkapareho po ang sign ng dalawang numbers, ipag-a-add po natin silang dalawa, then copy the sign. Okay, so we have negative 10 plus negative 8, we have negative 18. Okay, very good class. So next, I will give you some examples po sa mga susunod na slides. Okay, next. Ay, meron pa pala. Ayan, next. Negative 15 plus negative 7. Okay, so magkapareho ulit sila ng sign. So negative, negative, ano ulit yung gagawin kapag magkapareho ng sign at ang operation nyo ay addition? Ipag-a-add yung number, 15 plus 7, we have 22. And anong gagawin natin sa sign? Copy the sign. So which is negative. So the answer is negative 22. Okay, mga grade 4 to grade 6 students natin dyan, baka nalilito kayo. Okay, sa mga high school students, very easy na lang po sa inyo. Okay, next, we have rule number 3 in adding integers. Okay, class, kung yung unang dalawang rule natin, medyo madali lang, or madali lang siyang intindihin, madali lang siyang i-adapt, ay very easy naman yan, ma'am, wala bang mas mahirap. Okay, sa mga naghahanap ng mahirap, okay, ito tayo. Sa rule number 3, the sum of a positive and a negative integer could be positive, negative, or 0. Okay, ma'am, bakit ganon? Hindi na namin alam kung positive or negative yung sagot. Bakit ganon? May 0 na kasama. Okay, class. Kasi dito sa rule number 3 natin, pagsasamahin natin, ipag-a-add natin ang positive at saka negative. Magkaibang sign ang gagamitin natin. Okay, this is the rule. Class, when you add a positive and negative integer, you are really subtracting. Okay, ma'am, nakakalito po yun. Opo. Then, you give the answer the sign of the greater absolute value. Okay, class, para mas maintindihan po natin itong rule number 3, okay, kailangan natin ng example. Okay, so let's have an example for this rule number 3. Okay, so negative 7 plus 8. Okay, ang operation pa rin natin ay addition. So we have negative sign, we have positive sign. So we have negative 7, we have positive 8. Okay, naiintindihan po. Okay, magkaiba yung sign ng dalawang numbers. Okay, negative 7 plus 8 equals 1. Ma'am, bakit naging 1 na lang? Okay, tignan nyo natin yung rules natin, guys. Okay, when you add a positive, this is the positive number, and negative integer, so this is the negative integer or the negative 7, you are really subtracting. Okay, ano ba yung mas lagi nating kinukuha muna yung mataas na numbers, then subtract the yung isa pang numbers na mas maliit. Okay, so 8 minus 7 is 1. Okay, 8 minus 7 is 1. Okay, tignan niyo pa itong pangalawang sentence class. Then, you give the answer the sign of the greater absolute value. So, saan po dito yung mas mataas na value? 7 or 8? Okay, so 8. Ano po yung sign ni 8? Positive. So, kapag nag-minus tayo, 8 minus 7 is 1. Ano po yung sign ng mas mataas na number? Positive. So, the answer is positive 1. Okay. Ma'am, nakakalito talaga. Hindi po talaga namin mag-gets. Okay, ganyan po yung kadalasang naririnig ko sa mga estudyante ko before. So, let's have another example for this po. Okay. Negative 1 plus 10 equals. Do you have any idea what is the answer for this? Okay, next. Negative 8 plus 15 equals, then negative 15 plus 12 equals blank. Okay, can you do this, class? Or let's continue. Let's continue na lang. Kasi alam ko namang medyo magulo pa. Okay, so negative 1 plus 10. Ano nga po ulit yung rule natin sa number 3? You are really subtracting the two numbers. So 10 minus 1, we have 9. Tama po, 10 minus 1 is 9. So the answer is 9. Okay, what is the sign of the bigger number? Saan po din yung mas malaking number? 1 or 10? 10. Tama po. Ano po yung sign ni 10? Ma'am, positive. Ano po yung sagot natin kanina? Ma'am, 9. So the answer is positive 9. Okay, naiintindihan? Ma'am, magulo pa rin talaga eh. Hindi pa rin namin alam paano yun. Okay, so tingnan natin ito. Negative 8 plus 15. O, minus po ulit natin sila kasi magkaiba sila ng sign. 15 minus 8, we have 7. Okay, very good. What is the sign of the bigger number? 8 and 15. What is the sign of the bigger number here? So, 15. What is the sign of 15? Positive. So, the answer is positive 7. Okay. Ma'am, bakit ganun? May pinalito pa rin talaga ako eh. Okay. So, let's proceed to our last example. We have negative 15 plus 12. Okay. So, let's subtract the two numbers. 15 minus 12, we have 3. Tama po. We have 3. So, what is the sign of the bigger number? Oh, where's the bigger number here? 15 or 12? So, 15. What is the sign of 15? The sign of 15 is negative. Tama po. Okay, 15 minus 12 is 3. So, the answer is negative 3. Okay, medyo magulo? Medyo magulo ba or naiintindihan? Okay, lagi nyo tatandaan, class, in rule number 3, okay, kapag po magkaiba yung sign, pinag-subtract natin yung dalawang number, then copy the sign of the bigger number. Again, in rule number 3, adding integers, we are really subtracting the two numbers, which is different in sign, then copy the sign of the bigger number. Okay, very good. Okay, class. Another example. Do you want another example? Okay, so here, class. 7 plus negative 8. So we have two different signs here. Two different integers here. We have positive 7. Here, the positive 7. And we have the negative 8. So we have two different signs. So what are we going to do? We are going to subtract them. 7 or 8 minus 7 is 1. What is the sign of the bigger number, which is 8? What is the sign of 8? negative. So the answer is -1. Okay. Next. Can you do this? Ay, joke lang. Lumabas na yung sagot class. O, sige na, gawin na natin to. Okay. So 1 plus -11. So 1 plus -11. So we have two different signs again. So let us subtract the two numbers. 11 minus 1 is 10. Very good. So what is the sign of the bigger number? Negative. So the answer from 1 plus -11 is -10. Okay, very good na kayo. Okay. Okay, next. 7 plus -4. We still have two different signs here. So let us subtract the two. 7 minus 4 is 3. Okay, what is the sign of the bigger number, which is 7? Okay, very good. Positive. So our answer from this mathematical problem, mathematical sentence is +3. Okay, very good class. Okay, we still have one example. Okay, ito po yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. Okay, yung sagot daw po natin, it's either negative, positive, or 0. Okay, so 5 plus -5. Okay, magkaiba po sila ng sign. We have +5, we have -5. Kapag magkaiba ng sign, ano po ulit yung gagawin? Subtract the two numbers. Okay, so we have 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay, ma'am, bakit po walang positive and negative? 0. Bakit kaya walang positive and negative 0? Okay, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na, uy, -0 yan, uy, +0 yan. Bakit kaya? Okay, bakit kaya ganon? It's because the concept of positive and negative number is defined from 0. Okay, class, kung papansinin ninyo, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, the opposite of negative numbers is the positive numbers. At ang gitna po nila is yung 0. Okay, the origin of positive and negative numbers is 0. Okay, yung middle po nila. Kung titignan nyo sa number line natin, we have negative, wala kasi ako nilagay. But in our number line, di ba, from left side, we have the negative numbers, and then sa middle po niya ay ang 0, and to the right side, we have the positive numbers. Okay. Kapag po sa grade 7 or even sa elementary level, napag-aaralan po yung number line. Okay. Kaya swerte po ng mga nakakapakinig ngayon na elementary students kasi hindi ito tinuturo sa grade 4 and grade 5. And for grade 6 naman, for ano na yun, last quarter na, yung 4th quarterly. But in high school, sobra hanggang college, kailangan nyo po ang integers. Okay. Madaming bumabagsak dito, class. Joke lang. Okay. So let's proceed, class. Okay. So get your pencil and get your papers and let's practice addition. So number 1, 15 plus 6. Number 2, -3 plus -2. In number 3, we have -12 plus 5. In number 4, 8 plus -7. Number 5, -9 plus 9. So you have 1 minute to answer this activity. Okay, for grade 4 high school students. Ang tagal ng 1 minute. Okay, who's done? Are you done? Okay, so let's check your answer. Let's check your answer. Balikan nyo na lang mamaya. Okay, yung iba alam ko nag-isip na. Let's check your answer. Okay, so 15 plus 6 equals 21. Ma'am, bakit positive 21? Because we have two same sign, which is positive and positive. So we have 21. gagawin? Ipag-a-add yung number, then copy the sign. So, negative 3 plus negative 2, we have negative 5. Okay, very good. Sa lahat ng mga nakakuha ng tamang sagot, very nice. Okay, next is negative 12 plus 5. We have two different signs here. So, if we have two different signs, we are going to subtract the two numbers. So, 12 minus 5 is 7. Then, copy the sign of the bigger number, which is negative 12. So, the answer is negative 7. Okay? Nalilito or nakuha nyo? Okay, next. We have 8 plus negative 7 equals 1. Okay? 8 minus 7 is 1. Okay, negative 9 plus 9 equals 0. Because we have two different signs, which is negative and positive 9. So, we are going to subtract the two numbers. And if we subtract the two numbers, we got 0. Nauna pa. Okay. Naiintindihan po? So, in adding integers, we have 3 rules. Number 1 rule, if we add the two positive integers, the answer is always positive. In rule number 2, if you add two negative integers, the answer is always negative. In rule number 3, if you add positive and negative, the sum of positive and negative is either positive, negative, or 0. Okay. Okay, class. Let's proceed to our next topic, which is subtracting integers. Kaya ba? Siyempre, kaya pa. Subtracting integers. Okay, so what is the symbol of subtraction? Okay, the symbol of subtraction is like this. Okay, so let's have an example for subtracting integers. But before that, let's take a look for the rule number 1 of subtracting integers. Okay, subtracting integers. Okay, in subtracting integers, you only have one rule, but we have 3 steps to find or to get the difference of two numbers. Okay, to subtract an integer, add its opposite. Medyo nakakalitot. Ano po ba? Okay, you will need to correctly change all subtraction problems into addition problems. Okay, excuse me po. Okay, again, you will need to correctly change all subtraction problems into addition problems. Okay, ma'am, paano po yun? Okay, so let's have an example for this. But before that, we have a question here. How do you change a subtraction problem into an addition problem? Okay, do you have any idea? Okay, siguro class, magtatanong yung mga high school students, ma'am, hindi naman po tinuro sa amin na kapag po magsusubtract tayo ng integers, gagawin po muna namin addition problem. Wala pong itinurong ganun yung teacher namin before. Opo, ako din kasi hindi ako nagtuturo ng ganun. Kasi, class, high school na kayo. Okay, so this is for grade 4 to grade 6 students or grade 7 students. Kasi po, mostly, in subtracting integers po, we use also the operation of multiplication. Pero syempre, dahil meron tayong grade 4 to grade 6, gawin natin to step by step. Okay, class. Okay, there are 3 steps in changing subtraction problem to an addition problem. So number 1, keep the first integer the same. Okay, so tingnan natin to, same. Okay, number 2, change the subtraction sign into an addition sign. So change. We need to write same. immediately follows the newly placed addition sign. Okay, para mas maintindihan natin yan, lalagyan natin siya ng number sentence or number problem, mathematical problem. Okay, examples. Samples currently. Isa pa lang yan. Okay. Sample number 1. We have 15 minus negative 2. Okay, ano po yung first step natin? We need to write it, the first integer, as same. Okay, same. Number 1 rule, number 1 step rather is same. Okay, kung ano po yung first integer mo dito, unang digit number mo, unang number rather, here is, isusulat mo lang po siya sa another mathematical problem as same number. Kung positive 15 siya, edi positive 15 mo siya isulat. Okay? Then, next step is change. What are we going to change? Okay, change the operation. Okay, before we have subtraction here, and we are going to change it to addition. Okay, from subtraction to addition. Okay, next step is to change again. Okay, ano yung i-change natin, class? Okay, the second integer, which is negative 2. Okay, naiintindihan po? So, we have negative 2 here. Okay, so si negative 2, papalitan daw po natin siya sa opposite number niya. Ano po ang opposite ni negative 2? Okay, so we have positive 2. Okay, sa mga nakalimot dyan, class, ano ang opposite number ni negative 10? Okay, positive 10. Ano po ang opposite number ni positive 15? Okay, negative 15. Okay, so we have same, change, and change. Naiintindihan po? Okay, kapag nagawa na po natin yung 3 steps, and then we are going to get the sum or the difference of the mathematical problem. Okay, 15 plus 2, we have 17. Kahit basahin mo siya dito, 15 minus negative 2, the answer is always 17. Naintindihan? Okay, very good. Again, 15 minus negative 2 is 17. Same as 15 plus 2. Okay, next example. Okay, ito naman po. Negative 15 minus 2. What is the first step? Okay, write the first integer as the same as the number. Okay, of the first integer. So we have negative 15 here. So let's write it as negative 15. Okay, then change the operation subtraction to addition. Then in the third step, we need to get the opposite number of the second integer. So we have positive 2. What is the opposite of positive 2? Okay, we have negative 2. Very good. So negative 15 plus negative 2, we have negative 17. Ma'am, di parang katulad lang po yan ng addition kanina ng adding integers. Yes, class, you are correct. Very good. Okay, class, kapag iniisip nyo, nakapareho lang po siya ng adding integers kanina, tama po kayo doon. Okay? Kasi po, change na natin siya into adding integers. Pinalitan natin yung operation na subtraction sa addition. Okay, naiintindihan po? Okay, class. Next example. We have negative 13. So, let's write negative 13 as negative 13. Okay, let's change the subtraction into addition. And let's get the opposite number of the second integer, which is 12. Positive 12. So, positive 12, kapag kinuha natin yung opposite niya, it will become negative 12. Okay, very good. So, we have the same sign, negative, negative, and our operation is addition. Then you are going to get the sum of these two numbers. 13 plus 12 is 25. So what is the sign of these two numbers? Okay, so we have negative. So the answer is negative 25 from negative 13 plus negative 12. Naiintindihan po? Okay, very good. Okay, so let's practice subtraction. So you have 1 minute to solve this. Number 1, 15 minus 2. Number 2, negative 3 minus 4. Number 3, negative 17 minus negative 2. And number 4, negative 5 minus negative 16. Number 5, 18 minus negative 16. Okay, so you have 1 minute to answer that. Okay, always remember class, the 3 steps, same, change, and change. You are going to write the first integer po kung ano siya, yun lang din yung isusulat nyo. The second step is to change the subtraction symbol into addition symbol. And the third step is to change again or to get the opposite number of the second integer. Okay. Same, change, change. Okay, are you done? Okay, very good. So let's check your answer. Let's check your answer. What is the answer in number 1? Okay, so 15 plus negative 2, we have positive 13. Okay, did you get the same answer? Okay, number 2, negative 3 plus negative 4. Excuse me po, ulitin ko. Negative 3 plus negative 4 equals negative 7. Okay, number 3, we have negative 17 plus 2 equals negative 15. And number 4, negative 5 plus 16 equals 11. And lastly, number 5, 18 plus 16 equals 34. Okay, who got 5 correct answers? Okay, very good. Okay, so for today, we discussed the 2 operations in integers, the addition and subtraction, the adding integers and the subtracting integers. Okay, class, in adding integers, we have 3 rules. Okay, very good. Number 1 rule, if the 2 integers is positive, the answer or the sum is always positive. In rule number 2, if the 2 integers is negative, the sum of the 2 negative numbers is always negative. And in rule number 3, we get 3 different answers. It depends on the number or in the mathematical problem. So the answer is it's either positive, negative, or 0. Okay, so class, in subtracting integers naman po, we only have 1 rule. But we have 3 steps in subtracting integers. First step is to copy the first integer into another number sentence or another mathematical problem, mathematical sentence. Okay, class, same. You need to write the number or the first number as same. Okay, so number 2, second step is to change the operation subtraction into addition. And for the last step is to change or to get the opposite number of the second integer number. Okay, so very good class. So, naasahan ko na marami kayong natutunan ngayong umagang ito.